Do the G5s belong in the college football playoff? Because I know that we have a pretty good following in Las Vegas. Hello, Vegas. See you in 94 days. I have an epic holiday trip planned. Cannot wait. Mrs. Monty and I, we're going to play amazing golf. We are going to drive from Salt Lake City to Los Angeles and play amazing golf all the way. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, here's such as in like, I love my friends in Vegas. Should UNLV be a college football playoff P4 program? Fresno State, Boise State. Can those programs at Utah State, Air Force,
San Diego
State, Colorado State, can they compete with as a G5? Can they compete with a P4 financially? And my answer is no, they can't, and they should not even try. If I were, and UNLV is a very good example of this, because I think UNLV is one of the universities that is in a market that could support a P4 Super League team. Here's the only problem. I don't believe that UNLV football plays at that level. Even as a resurgent last couple of years. You play in a beautiful stadium now. You have an NFL franchise in the market. I don't believe that UNLV is respected well enough in a transient market to compete and spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year to play in the college football playoff or the Super League regularly. Did you see this story? And I thought it was very interesting. Ross Dellinger talking about how buying out coaches is a thing of the past. Like, I don't think the Jimbo buyout at A&M ever happens again. Because I think, frankly, universities don't have the money now.
Yeah, well, with the rev sharing situation coming into its first year of existence, and just the way college football is working, you don't have the ability to just buy a dude out because you're unhappy about it. And when I saw that article, the Jimbo came to mind, but then Dave Aranda at Baylor came to mind, and I thought,
who's that?
8-Ball.
Thank you.
Sorry, 8-Ball. Shiny dome at
Chrome
Baylor,
dome. Mr. Clean,
came to mind. And is this why Baylor refuses to make a change? Simply because they're more worried about the P&L versus wins and losses. And that's what's crazy about it.
And I think we talked about this at length last week, but I thought that Ross Dellinger tweet, and I think the conversation over the weekend about how this NIL settlement is going to take effect here very quickly, and there's 2 other now lawsuits on the books against the NCAA and against its membership. Because again, I know people tend to forget this. If the NCAA goes bankrupt, who's really going bankrupt? Well, the NCAA, who's made up of all of these institutions we're talking about, including Jimmy's Vacuum Repair University, coached by Connor Stallions, who's a defensive coordinator in high school now.
I love how the headline goes, or like one of the first comments in the article goes, I know that Mr. Stallions is hated by all of college football in America, but we love him here and the kids love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
Anyway, my point is, I think this is a really pertinent conversation that's never going away, because it is, in my opinion, this may be akin to Washington State and Oregon State getting left in the cold here. And really Oregon State, because Washington State can't compete financially. I look at UNLV, and let's throw Boise into the conversation, because they spend money like there's not tomorrow.
Right.
Especially for UNLV. UNLV is in a great market. And I just don't believe they have the fan base or the passion to support the operation that is required. You would have to, first of all, I think you need to have your own dedicated football stadium that you can brand, leverage, I just don't think you're going to be able to do that at UNLV.
Well, and I think this concept of the G5 having their own playoff and everybody, including Gloria Navarre as the commissioner of the Mountain West, saying that, hey, we're looking at this as an NIT of sorts in college football, where, we've got obviously the college football playoff, but then we want our own playoff for the lower level. I think it's really smart. I mean, again,
I don't disagree.
like I've always said, and I feel like we've talked about it a lot, where it's like, it's really a silly question to be like, hey, UNLV, hey, San Diego State, hey, anybody at the G5 level, why don't you go ahead and try to compete with the best of the best at the P4 level, or even just a lower P4 program? I mean, it doesn't make sense economically. And I look at it and I say, why would you not incentivize the G5 to be better by giving them their own playoff system? And by the way, whoever wins that playoff,
By the way,
moves up.
if you look at UNLV, are you getting that Allegiant money? You're not. So are you going to get public money to build your own stadium? You won't. They will not have the cash machine, in my opinion, that they will need. Because if you look at the ecosystem in Las Vegas, very clearly the gambling community would have to support UNLV football. Okay, so are you telling me that M Live or M Life or MGM, are you telling me that Caesars, who's losing money, like it doesn't matter? Are you telling me that the Fountain Blue I just don't think that the appetite and the ecosystem exists in Las Vegas to support UNLV being a power program, which is a shame because I think it's a really good football program right now.
And you look at Vegas as a market, and, I feel like everyone was all hot to trot about the A's going to Vegas, and now all of a sudden that's been kind of put to bed.
Well, they're on the verge because that stadium, which is not financed right now unless I missed an update, and I'm sure my friends in Vegas will hit me on it, but you look at the A's situation with a strip stadium, a stadium on the strip. That's money that UNLV wouldn't get if they wanted to build their own facility.
Mm-hmm.
Which, why would you have Allegiant Stadium? Oh, because you need to generate as much money as possible. So, I don't know. I think it's this really difficult double-edged sword because UNLV has such a rich athletic tradition, most of it in Jerry Tarkanian and basketball. George Ackles is a legend. But I look at what has been built the last several years at UNLV football. It's nothing short of spectacular. And they're winning. I think they matter. They just won't. I don't think they'll ever matter enough. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I just don't think that it's correct of anybody to ask smaller schools to compete with bigger schools. On the football field, it's just not the right thing to do. And I do think for the health of the sport in the bigger picture, because whether you like it or not, the G5 matters in the big picture, in the economics of college football. Like the G5, how many times do you hear, oh, well, like at Arizona, hey, dude, Brent came from San Jose State or whatever, and now he's moving up. Like he brought some players with him. Like we see that all the time.
But
in football.
Arizona versus Arizona State's a really good argument.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Well, one is in a major league city, and one has major league franchises near them in Tempe. One does not. So I look at Tucson and Las Vegas. Very interesting comparison. I think Las Vegas, again, going to a major league town, you have hockey at a very high level. Now, Gardner Minshew's the starting quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. Not sure I'm ready to say that's at a high level, but you have the Raiders, you have the Knights, you're going to have the A's. I think you're going to have an NBA team.
Certainly.
You've got the Aces. That's a major league town now. That's a professional sports town now. I think that hurts. Absolutely. I think that hurts UNLV because, again, take any casino gambling company. Where are they putting their money? They're putting their money into, I think, the pro sports teams because the Vegas Golden Knights have a great following. The Raiders help people here in Salt Lake City. I must know a dozen people that have Raiders season tickets on one level or another.
Right.
That's a major league town. I
Yeah.
think that hurts UNLV.
Yeah, in Vegas when the Golden Knights are playing, those days are definitely busier.
Yes.
The books are more full. Like there's just more of a buzz, and I just think that you know Phoenix is one of those markets where like it's considered a major metro. And obviously Tucson's not. And Las Vegas has kind of rounded into that form a little bit. But I look at college football and I just think that why would you not give teams more of a reason to win? Because that's how I think people operate. I'm a huge believer in it. If you give people a reason to be better, they're gonna go and try and be better. If you say, hey, Fresno, hey, whatever school you want to look at, Boise State. Hey, if you win more games, you're going to get into our NIT, whatever that's going to be called, and you're going to make more money. Great. Let's go out and recruit harder. Let's go out and put more money into facilities than we already are. Let's go out and do it better. And, one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden, you're looking at G5 schools bringing in more money. And you're like, yeah, this works.
Yeah. I just have a special affection for Vegas. I love that town. And I don't gamble very often. I like it because it's a great golf town. It's a great show town. Mrs. Monty and I went and saw Penn and Teller when we were there last time. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Like, you get great food, you get great entertainment, and now you're getting great sports. And I think UNLV just happens to be in a tough spot there.
Yeah.
So just an interesting furtherance of that conversation.
And my final point, I still think your best point in the whole thing with this NIT situation and with where college football is going is we need alignment when it comes to the national championship and the Super Bowl on the same weekend. And then I'd like for the championship for the G5, the NIT of the G5, to be the weekend before that. That is what I think, or could be on that Friday. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see. The Chad Carter. No, next question.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
The Ohio State fan says, no, we don't want
always
the G5.
have to be negative.
Didn't we hash through this last week? To a certain extent, we did. To a certain extent. Derek, Boise spends like they do. Yeah, I mean, Boise spends crazy money. Their facilities it's crazy. Phil Venzer, if our casinos want us in that they will pay. If our casinos want us in that, they will pay. I just don't think that they're going to pay. I don't think casinos would invest in UNLV sports at the level that they would have to invest. One man's opinion. UW fan Jim, Adunze looked kind of good.
There's hope.
Now, listen, I know that Bo's Nix is the best rookie quarterback in the NFL.
Bo Nix is playing well.
And I'm just going to keep pushing the narrative. Caleb Williams is a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. He's okay. He's not great. Just you go watch Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the best rookie quarterback in the NFL. Go watch Jaden Daniels. Go watch all the other rookie quarterbacks. JJ McCarthy. Oh, wait, he's out for the year.
Drake May.
Drake May. Go watch Drake May. Don't pay attention to Caleb Williams. Jake sent me a picture of him holding another man's hand the other day and insinuated something about. I don't care.
Dude.
I don't care. Caleb Williams sucks.
Stay hard.
Caleb Williams is a terrible quarterback. Don't watch.
Garbage.
Don't watch.
Garbo.
Come back in 5 years. Caleb Williams is going to fail.
Garbage.
He likes his mom's bosoms. He likes crying into her breasts. I totally get it. He's soft. He paints his nail. Totally.
That's not what we're about.
Screw him. Don't watch Caleb Williams. Screw him. Don't pay attention. Go watch
now,
Drake
are you
May.
going to complain when he's the first $70 million quarterback?
Go watch Drake May. Drake May, go Mac Jones down in Jacksonville having an unbelievable preseason. Go watch Fivehead and Mac Jones. That's where you need attention. Green Bay, go watch the highest paid quarterback anybody has ever seen in Jordan Love because he's amazing.
We show up.
He's better looking than Kamala. Go watch Jordan Love. Go there. Go pay attention. Just ignore Caleb. The Bears suck. Aaron Rodgers owns them. All that. Bring it. We'll just be down here playing really bad football that you don't need to watch.
Where is Aaron right now?
You don't need to watch Caleb spin to his right and then run for a touchdown. That never happened. Caleb Williams sucks. He's soft. He cries into his mom's cleavage. Like, just
Facts.
I'm with you. Totally agree. He sucks. Go watch Bo Nix. I mean, what he's doing in Denver, Renaissance man.
He did play pretty well
Renaissance man.
in his first year.
Renaissance man. I mean, your guy, Jared Goff. Go watch Jared Goff's an amazing quarterback who's the best thing Jake's ever seen.
Yeah.
Jared Goff.
I want the best people.
Jared Goff.
Yeah. The Goffinator.
You know? I mean, those are the people you need to pay attention to. Caleb Williams is soft. He holds other men's hands.
If I get you a Caleb Williams kit, will you wear the jersey and paint your nails?
Nope.
Okay.
Caleb Williams sucks. Why would I want his shirt? He's terrible.
Right.
You don't want to watch him.
Okay.
Roman Tunce's slow. He's a one-dimensional wide receiver.
And
You don't- you
Keenan
don't-
Allen's fat, apparently.
He's old. You don't want to watch him. DJ Moore's
Bro,
overpaid.
did you guys see? People are like, yeah, well, Keenan Allen came in 10 pounds overweight. He's fat.
Terrible.
Man.
Terrible. Just, I mean, torching people and, you know, it's fine. Willie Wilson, if UNLV could find another Jerry Tarkanian that wins, winning cures all. Ain't that the truth? You know. Aaron Wilson, here I am. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Bo Nix has arrived. Bo Nix has arrived. Here I am. Yeah. Okay. Big Daddy Magic is here. Here comes a Bills comment.
Yeah.
This guy rides me about, well, you're making a bet
Whoa.
with me. You're making a bet with me, and you're buying me a long sleeve red Buffalo Bills shirt. I'm not, actually.
Kiss my butt.
Jake is. I'm not. Hey, playa. So the Bears have a good QB. No, Caleb Williams sucks. He's terrible. Awful. He's no Jared Allen.
Victor's the way.
It's Josh Allen.
Justin Allen.
Jordan Allen. That's always knowledge. Joshua Allen, his hero. Hey, listen.
Hey, man, great comment, dude. Appreciate you.
This is an English language show, but my point is, listen.
Linda, listen.
Listen, I agree. Caleb Williams sucks. The Bears are terrible. I don't know that the Bears win a game this year.
Oh,
Just one.
please.
I don't know that the Bears win
Dude.
one game this year. You don't have. They're gonna win one game, and then you don't have to
Crying
watch.
like a little girl.
They're gonna be terrible. You don't want to watch the Bears. If you get on the Bears bandwagon, I'll slap the piss out of you. You want to hate the Bears, and you want to talk about how he's soft and he holds
I'm
other
gonna
men's
get
hands,
a
and you want to
Caleb
talk about how
Williams
he paints
jersey.
his nails, and you want to talk about
Dude,
crying into his mom's
bro.
breasts and her cleavage, her milky cleavage. That's on you. But don't come to me when they're in the playoffs and they're contending, because I don't want you on the bandwagon.
I'm getting a Caleb Williams jersey in a Nike headband.
Cool.
I'm showing up.
It's not you. You don't watch football anyways, which is fine. It's fine.